Hey YouTube, I am back with another video. It's your girl, the Crafty Notary, also known as Ayana. And before we get this video started, I want to mention that we have folks signing up for the loan signing mock presentation. It will be taking place this Saturday, March 5th at 10 a.m. There's only 50 seats and seats are filling up. So make sure you go to my website, click on Notary Coaching and get your seat. So many people have asked me individually for this type of training. And so I want to offer it to everyone all at once so that we can get it done. It's a small investment for your learning. And hey, Saturday is the day. Make sure you get signed up. So on the last video, I had mentioned that someone had sent me a message about a question that wanted to be answered on video, but I forgot. I couldn't find it. So they reached back out to me and I have it saved this time. So I am going to be answering that question on this video. So let's see. Now I know I screenshot it, so let's find it. Got it. All right. So this is for Michelle. Thank you for reaching back out to me a second time and giving me the information that you wanted to have answered. So her message is, she wanted to know about or hear more about how to scale your notary business, since and how I personally have scaled since last year. And does having a website help with leads instead of a Google business page? And whether or not I do more general notary work or loan signings, and we'll stop there. So let me answer the first question. So my business is not very scaled, simply because, as you can see behind me, I have all these monitors. I work full time. And I have no intentions on leaving my full-time job. And although I work from home and have flexibility to do signings in the evenings without any hassle, like of printing documents and things like that, or even maybe on my lunch break, I don't take very many during the day. And I tend to stick to doing them in the evenings and on the weekend. And that's simply for my own personal comfort. I get anxiety when I have to get documents printed and I know I have a lot of things to do. And sometimes my work gets very demanding. My work gets very demanding. And so I don't like to separate myself from that, like when I'm working on something that I need to get done. So for that reason, my business has not been scaled to any type of level at this time. However, I have talked to others, and for example, I did talk to one lady out of, I want to say she's out of Virginia maybe, or North Carolina, and her business, she scaled her business in about the same time. I don't remember how long she's been a notary, but I know it hasn't been that long. And she literally went from not making very much money in her notary business to quitting her job as a nurse. And she's now doing this full time. So in my opinion, as a business person, as someone who has specialized in growing businesses, starting businesses, and business coaching, I would say the best way to scale your business, if you're definitely trying to go from part-time to full-time, is by getting out and marketing yourself to title companies. Many people start out with the signing services, and there is nothing wrong with that. I personally only stick to signing services, and pay no attention to the coughing dog back here. And the way to get more business from signing services is by just creating relationships. You want to be able to create relationships even with signing services because you're talking to live people all the time. And you want them to think of you first instead of throwing it out to every notary and having you compete over getting that signing. You want them to pick up the phone and say, hey, I got a signing. Can you do it? And, your answer is yes, or, or no, or whatever it is. And so the key to scaling your business is definitely by creating relationships, whether you're doing it with the signing service or you're doing it by marketing to title companies. And that's definitely how to scale. Now, I will say that when I started last year, which was about in July, I believe, until now, I have definitely seen my ups and downs as far as how much money I'm looking to make. However, again, I'm doing this part-time. I enjoy helping and meeting people in their financial journey, wherever they are with refinancing their home, buying a home, whatever it is. That's just something that I enjoy. All right. Second question, does having a website help with leads versus the Google business page? I personally need a social media manager. So if anyone knows one that's relatively inexpensive, send them my way. And the only reason why I say inexpensive is because I don't do a lot of work, but I can scale with a social media manager. So my thing with the Google business page is that you will need to make posts on that page the same way you make posts on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever social media platform you're using. But it can be done. The Google business page does work, and obviously it works when look at that, there's a signing coming through. Hold on, let me check this out. Let me check it out. See, real time. The 9th. I didn't see the price. Oh, geez. So with loan closers, they always log you out, and now it's gone. And I always get logged out for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Anywho, we're continuing on. With the Google business page, you have to update, I believe, pretty often in order to gain traction. So when someone Googles, I need a notary in this area or near me or near my zip code, so that you come up because you've been active. Another tip for your Google business page is to get reviews. I always ask for reviews, but I don't follow up with reviews, so I don't have any reviews on my Google business page. But reviews are important. A really good friend of mine who also is a notary and loan signing agent, she has tons of reviews, and she literally gets business from someone just Googling her name or just Googling notary in her area. The other lady that I was mentioning to you earlier, she also gets business from Google, I believe. So I don't think one is better than the other. I think that if you don't have the funds up front to start a website, go with the Google business page because it is free. If you have the funds to start a website and you have the ability to create the website. So now that's another thing. I created my own website using GoDaddy.com. You can also use Wix. You can also use Weebly to create websites. It's fairly easy to do. So if you have the ability to create your own website, all you have to do is buy the domain name and you create the website yourself. But if you need someone to actually create the website for you and do all of that legwork, then I would say just do the Google business page until you start making some solid money, and then you can go back and get the website. I do get leads from my website. I have gotten leads from my website. And I believe they just Googled me and instead of looking at my Google page, they went to my website. So I don't think one is better than the other. I think having both is absolutely beneficial, but the Google business page is free. You can add a domain to that. And if you don't have much web experience, like I said, the Google business page is pretty easy to set up. You just plug in your information and going, and then posting updates regularly. So that's that. Let's see. Do I do more general notary work or loan signings? I personally do more loan signing notary work than general notary work. I have done general notary work in the past year, but I definitely focus more on the loan signings. And I think that's just a matter of preference. Whatever one you prefer to do, you just market yourself more in that area. So you can make good money in both sides. It's just what you want to do. Am I good at getting repeat business from agencies or making other good connections? I think so. I definitely get phone calls. I got a phone call yesterday from a signing service to ask me to do another signing. And again, because I work solely for signing services, I get repeat business all the time from those companies. And what other services am I adding now the interest rates are going up? That's a good question. So I have noticed that some of the interest rates are increasing on some of the refinances that I'm doing. So what I plan to do is probably focus on doing weddings. As a notary here in Florida, we have the ability to officiate weddings. And because we're in Florida, and Florida is a destination wedding spot, I'm looking more into doing, weddings for folks who don't want to spend a lot of money, and want to get married. And I used someone who does that same thing, who was a wedding officiant, and down in South Florida when we got married. And it was just one set fee. She came and did the wedding. I actually got pictures. She brought the little table. We did the sand, those kinds of things. So we took pictures like with the little parasol umbrella, that kind of thing. So I may get into doing something like that. Or I haven't decided. I would like to pivot more into business coaching, because this is an area that I'm very familiar with. And it's something that, as you can see back there, I've actually, accomplished and gained knowledge and education in that area. So I probably will look more into that. And also I'm looking into learning some other new skills on the full-time tip. But for the most part, if the loan signings kind of die down, I'm just going to die down with them. And I'll just keep everyone posted. Another thing, though, I do want to mention as a real estate professional, because don't forget, I'm a real estate broker as well. I do think that foreclosures are coming down the pipe. So I think when that happens, the sales, even though the interest rates are going to go up, the sales, I think, are going to kind of stay where they are, because more houses will come on the market. So as they start to lift these moratoriums on foreclosures and evictions due to the pandemic, I do think that we're going to have another wave of foreclosures like we did back in 2014, 15, 16, after the housing crisis situation. It took some years, but we went through a wave of foreclosures. And I was working in I was working in real estate at that time and witnessed that firsthand. So I honestly think we're going to have another wave. And it may not be like that wave, but we're going to have another wave. So that's that. I hope I answered your question, Michelle. If not, send me another text and we can chat more. For everybody else, please make sure you like this video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell so that you'll be notified when I upload my next video. If you have any questions, if you want your question answered on video, send me a text. Go to my website and get my number, send me a text, or you can DM me on Facebook, Instagram, my website. There's plenty of ways you can get in touch with me. They're all there. And don't forget about the mock loan signing course. mock loan signing presentation. It is this Saturday at 10 a.m. Be there or be square, because I don't know how many times I'm going to do this this presentation. So make sure you go to my website and sign up for that. Only 50 people will be admitted, and I already have some seats already sold. So until the next time, guys, I will see you and have a good one.